So how Ronnie came about, it was your idea, wasn't it?
It was my idea, yes. That was
And then obviously because your desire to do a puppet show, because obviously you're Leather City,
yes.
and that's where you kind of started the business, wasn't it?
Yes.
Before we changed it from the big empire that is Calico TV.
A big flop.
I don't know, we're quite popular. So what gave you the idea?
What gave me the idea? Well, it's just I wanted to do a puppet show.
Just as I said.
And I wanted to do, I wanted to do an original show, obviously. And I bought this mole off the internet, this mole puppet, a theatrical puppet, a full-length one. And
you can tell already that we went professional when we bought a long one.
Yeah, much more expensive. But I bought that and I showed it to my mother and I said, "This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a new show. Will you direct it?" "Will you direct it?" I said. "No," she said. But after a while,
After a bit of persuading and nagging,
I wore her down, and that's how Ronnie came to be. I think pretty much. Of course, we didn't have a name for him to start with.
call him Frederick.
We did have some names. I can't remember what they were. I think Sam was one actually, which then later became the dog, the sidekick, if you will.
The unenthusiastic sidekick.
the very sarcastic sounding one. And and then I was watching a sitcom called Clarence, starring Ronnie Barker, about a blind bloke.
Right.
He wore the same glasses. And then I thought, well, let's name him after Ronnie Barker. And he became Ronnie the Mole. And
then his voice, so we had to pick a voice, and because at that time I was pretty good at the Welsh ones, and I think a Welsh mole.
Blue Matter Mystery had just come out, so it was all fresh in your mind.
And a Welsh mole just seemed to fit.
Yeah, but to start with, there was some trouble with the voices, wasn't there? Because I remember when we recorded it once and edited together, and it was a package. And what's that?
Snoop fell over.
Oh. And it was we had a full package of one episode, the pilot. I showed it to my mother, and she said, "No, that's no good. Ronnie sounds like a newsreader."
Right.
So we then had to. Then I told Calico, and we started to make it not quite so deep and sort of speed it up a bit.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I never miss this autumn, what you see. It looks spectacular on my high-definition widescreen television,
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's a little bit too slow.
But the voice that's changed the most over the course of the series is Sam's.
You got the one with "Get Well Soon" written on it. Although that should be about right after all that salt we've eaten.
I didn't mean to hit you, Sam, but I can't understand why I have all these empty boxes to start with.
I remember, didn't you say you was going to save them to give to the school? You know, for their Arts and Crafts Week.
Yeah, to start with, he was a bit soft-spoken, and it was...
and he was very enthusiastic.
And it was like, "I don't think that's a good idea, Ronnie." And then about halfway through, I don't know how it changed. I think I just forgot the voice that I'd done before, and it became sort of more, "Well, I don't think that's a good idea, really." And
the best bit about Sam is when then Ronnie goes, "Did you see that ball there, Sam?" And then he goes like, "No."
Yeah, he just goes along with him, anything for an easy life, and very sarcastic.
Can you drive me to the hardware shop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, didn't see that ball there, did you, Sam?
No.
And of course, Richard is based on Prince Charles, loosely, although that has changed slightly now, but in the first series it was. Mabel is just a busybody woman, I'm sure everyone knows one of them. And prudish, yeah. And Billy is just Cockney.
He's based on a character.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Charlie Jolson.
In the game The Getaway. Yeah. We better not get you to do a line from that because it's full of swearing.
It was.
But yeah, that's what he's based on, and he's sort of made out to be this rough character, and then he's got to go and have a bath, and have a relaxing bath. Watch North Enders.
His rambles are quite funny.
Yeah.
Flaming bowl. Got painting my fur all matted up. Can't get it out. Got to go down the market later. How am I gonna flog my churches with matted fur? I'm gonna look a right laughing stock.
I like all of the episodes of Ronnie I've made except one, and that's the first one, the pilot, Ronnie and the Birthday Cake. I'm embarrassed at that one. It is absolutely awful, and if I never see it again,
I wouldn't be upset.
no, I hate it. I rewatched all of series 1 in preparation for this documentary, and I just couldn't watch that one. I was so embarrassed.
It was no, by far it wasn't the best, but obviously we're just trying it.
Yeah,
so.
we was finding our feet then.
But like you find like with such films as Family Guy, don't they? Like, the voices have matured from Family Guy, and the animation is just the same with us, but obviously no animation.
Yeah.
Let's start with the butter. I'll just go put that in there like that. Get off my spoon. There we go. It's in there now. What's next? Sugar. Yes, that's it. I put plenty of sugar in. Sam likes it sweet. I'm getting myself in a right pickle here.
I remember I wrote the script. That was the first script I wrote, Ronnie and the Birthday Cake. And I showed it to my mother to read. And she looked at it, and she said, in no uncertain terms, that's rubbish. That wasn't her exact words, but I can't use her exact words here. And I said, well, if you think
Does it involve a few F's in that?
yeah. If you, I said, if you think you can do better, you write it. And
So she did.
and she did, and she wrote that from the script that I gave her. The only thing in that episode that was mine was where Ronnie was looking through the window and he thought he was watching Country File or whatever.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad when we first watched it, but as like series 2 is far better, far better.
His glasses kept falling off it. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, we didn't even have an oven. He put this cake that was in a square tin in a box, pretending it was meant to be an oven. He gets it out and there's this little circle cake on there that we bought from the co-op. You know, it was awful.
The supermarkets are available, more convenient stuff.
And they're probably a lot better.
A lot cheaper.
It was awful, that episode. I hated that one.
Glasses. Now it's time to put it in the oven. I must be careful not to spill it. In you go. Make sure it's all shut up. I think while that's cooking, I'll go and get cleaned up. All clean now. I better check on my cake.
Wait, that is a better one. Is that the one with his cat?
Yeah, Make Way for Ronnie was probably where I would say the series started.
Yeah, it got a lot better.
That was the best episode, and mainly because I spent most of the time filming sat in a cart being pushed along. So
Right, that suits you down to the ground.
Yeah. In fairness though, I did say to my mother, "Do you want a puppeteer and I'll push you along?" She said no. Because it was all very complicated. Cause the camera a lot of the time was strapped to the side of the cart, and it was quite hard to do.
Yeah, it went from a very low point to quite a high standard from then on.
I think I need to turn right here, onto the high street. Oh, drat. I think I've taken a wrong turn. Oh, this plant looks nice. I have one similar to this in my garden, you know. Only trouble is they're quite high maintenance. You have to keep them watered daily, you know. Anyway, I best reverse to that last junction. Drat it.
The only thing about that episode is, for some reason, it's got the wrong end credit theme tune. I don't quite know how or why. I think I was experimenting at the time, thinking it should have a different end theme to its beginning theme.
Make way for Sam!
Make way for Ronnie as well.
The voices got better, and I suppose the recording quality because we changed the recording setup.
Yeah.
Because we found out there was a two-way adapter for the microphone, so we got two microphones.
Yeah, we used to sit on each other's lap to record.
Pretty much. It was like, hold the microphone in between us and read into it.
Yeah.
But now it's so much more kind of relaxed and casual. We can just have the mic, like you sit down on the bed, I sit on my chair up near the computer.
Yeah.
And that made it a lot better from that second episode.
Ronnie the Artist was...
That was controversial.
yeah. A lot of kids were scared when
Ronnie fell into the paint and then fell into the paper and it looked like blood.
Bled all over this paper.
You probably could have used a different colour paint.
We probably should have done, yes. That episode was sort of written from nothing. I don't know where it came from. It was just we needed another episode to make up the series, and I just wrote that. I had no idea where I got it from. Yeah. It might have been where we were doing Zap in a SteamTeam Quizzes special edition.
Yeah, we've decided.
Yeah, and I thought of Smart Arty, Neil Buchanan.
Yeah.
And thought, well, Ronnie can have a go at that. But yeah, I'm not particularly proud of that one, but it's not bad.
But it worked out, didn't it?
It's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Jungle Out There was it came from an idea from Thomas Fan. When we started the series, I asked Thomas Fan to come up with 3 ideas for episodes, and he come up with one that the next episode in the series, and he come up with It's a Jungle Out There, and he come up with one that we couldn't use.
What was the reason?
It involved Ronnie taking pills that made him go to the toilet. And my mother said, no, I'm not doing that. She put her foot down on that one. I don't blame her. She said it encouraged children to pick up tablets and eat them. In one of his episodes, one of the ideas was, it's a jungle out there. And he didn't write this script. I wrote it from his idea.
And he obviously edited it. Did he?
No.
But he wasn't scripted at that point.
I don't think so.
I should have
I wrote it because I liked the idea. I had a lot of ideas that we could do in the episode. So I said, I'll write that one. And Thomas Fan was busy at the time anyway, so he was fine with that. So I wrote that one, and I think that is one of my favourites of the series.
One of the better ones.
Yeah, it's much better filmed. I love the football scenes. I like all of that.
This is where he gets the good glances, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Thomas Fan's episode. It was one of 3 that he came up with. He wrote this one himself. I didn't like it to start with. In fact, I didn't even like it when it went out. I thought it was too wordy and.
He has a habit of that over wording things.
Yeah, and I thought it was. I wasn't keen on it at all, to be honest. But now, when I've watched it back, I like it now. I grew to like it more. Yeah, I don't know what changed. I don't know why I like it now and I didn't like it then.
It's quite funny because he just go around seeing.
Yeah.
He just used to not. Well, the way he was seeing things before, he thought was that. But when he gets these new glasses that Richard gives him,
yeah.
Obviously you can see a lot clearer. So he's like, oh.
And also, that was the first appearance of Richard, Mabel, and Billy, and I was against that as well at the time because I didn't want any other character really in the first series. I wanted to sort of
keep it simple.
Yeah. But I found these old puppets from my old puppet shows.
They were in a bin, weren't they?
Yes, they was. They was in a bin under our desk, and I thought, well, there we go. I'll use them. And I wasn't very keen on the idea at all that there was new other characters coming in, but it works because I love the characters now.
Yeah, but who do you love the most?
Toss up between Billy and Mabel. Billy just wins, but I
voiced both those characters.
Now I voiced, and then of course you voiced Billy in that episode. I voiced Richard and Mabel. Then. But in series 2, Calico has taken over the voice of Mabel because I can't do the high pitched voices no more.
Well, Richard, I think it will be fun to dress up.
I'm not sure either. I don't like dressing up.
Well, you could come as you are.
Ronnie, what are you suggesting?
Well, I just meant that you have an old-fashioned charm.
Oh, well, it has been said before. I'm still not sold on this Victorian theme, Ronnie.
Well, Richard, I think it will be fun to dress up. Well, I'm not sure either. I don't like dressing up. Well, you could come as you are. Ronnie, what are you suggesting? Well, I just meant that you have an old-fashioned charm. Oh, well, it has been said before. I'm still not sold on this Victorian theme, Ronnie.
Right, anyway. Now, there's an episode, the last episode of the series is one that Calico will be able to talk about, because it's one that he co-wrote.
Serial disaster.
Ronnie's serial disaster. I just love the idea that Calico was gonna write an episode. He had an idea, and we wrote it together. We came down the garden, was looking for all these things that Ronnie could be doing, like the pond. We had a look at the pond and said, could we get Ronnie in there?
And I was like, well, yeah. You're puppeteering, but so yeah, you can get in.
Yeah, if he was puppeteer, it'd been a total different story.
No, I can't do that.
Can't get that in, can't get in there.
No.
And also Calico directed the first half of that episode, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. There's an unusual spur of involvement.
Yeah, I think I suggested that you just co-direct it because you wrote the episode. It'd be nicer for you to actually
Get a director credit.
Yeah. Sort of work so that people know you're not totally useless, you know. Yeah, I enjoyed that episode. That's one of my favourites of the series. The only thing I didn't like about it is it was a bit too similar for It's a Jungle Out There, but
It was so much more.
it was more action packed. There was more going on, I think.
Yeah, I just like the way the boxes flew. He's
Yeah.
chucking these boxes
Oh, that
because he's
was
run
my-
out of cereal.
Yeah, that was my favourite bit, and then he knocks Sam out. How do
Yeah.
you get knocked out with a cereal box?
He didn't knock him out. He threw
Yeah,
him and he got
fell
stuck in his head,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, that was hilarious. You puppeteered
Sam.
Sam in that scene when he's looking in the shed. I did the bit where he's outside and you was the one throwing the cereal boxes at him, and then you come out and did the puppeteering of Sam with the box on his head. Right, ready?
Yeah. Take 6.
Team.
We'll do that
And
action. That's a wrap.
I think that one went alright.
yeah, and we might as well mention it since it's not technically part of series 1, but A Christmas to Remember, which is probably my favourite of that out of the 7.
Yeah, because isn't that the one that involved the human character?
Yes.
They're coming. Well, I phoned Zach last night. He seemed quite open to the idea. It's a little further for him to travel, of course, but...
Well, then you can't help it, can you? Because we can't practice it is anymore.
Go away!
Leave us alone! Go away!
Leave us alone! Go
Is that you?
away!
Leave us
I thought it was you.
It wasn't me. And if it wasn't you and it wasn't me, who was it?
I love the human characters, and Thomas Fan, I know, wanted them to come back in Series 2, but I didn't want to overuse them.
No.
I wanted to use them,
Yeah, it's based on
yeah,
the animals, and
yeah.
I don't know why there's a tiger living in the garden, but somehow it happened. And a sheep.
Ran away from the circus.
But, you know,
Yeah, Christmas to Remember was brilliant. I think it was the most professional looking episode, and the singing at the end I think was absolutely spot on.
yeah, that was quite hard to do.
It was very hard to do.
I think we pulled it off.
Yeah, and I think that was brilliant. I love the way it ends with that. It's just unusual. And yeah, much better quality standard of filming that one.
Yeah, I like to think that this that kind of series, it's an original series that we've created as our company,
Yeah.
and I think it shows the true kind of strengths of the company, because we're not just sat there talking about things, even though that's what we're known for. But this series is kind of
And
more of a love of yours, or I think.
yeah,
But I enjoy doing the voices.
the thing about Christmas to remember is that people don't understand is that all the voices are dubbed over.
Yeah,
So,
they're not live.
No.
Even the human characters.
No, even the human characters were dubbed over,
Yeah.
and at times you can't tell that
No.
it's dubbed over. Because obviously we're just doing the movements as if they're talking, and then we go and record the dialogue later and dub it over the top. And the actual actions match the words very well. And yeah, that's what I like about that episode.
Better than we hoped, isn't it?
Will the humans come back? Well, Chris, who I play, is in Series 2, briefly. But Alex is yet to make a return. Well, the series starts with us writing a script.
Which we do outsource to some close friends.
Yeah. I like to write as much of Ronnie as possible because I end up not liking other people's scripts. It sounds terrible, but I like it when it's finished. I just don't like filming other people's scripts.
Yeah.
Because I know what I can and can't do. I know all the locations that we can use, and I know, like, if you set it in the garden, we can go behind the table. And whereas other people, obviously not their fault, they don't know.
But yeah, it makes it that much more difficult for you.
Yeah.
To kind of, you got to kind of think, well, where can I film that?
Yeah.
And where can I film that?
Yeah. How can we film this? How can I get behind a bush? How am we going to see the person puppeteering from, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you have to edit it, last minute edit,
Yeah.
because you try it and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, sometimes I have to rewrite scenes completely.
but you can't tell.
No. And, so it starts with a script. The script is then shown to Calico, who gives it a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Usually.
Or a... see what you can make of it.
I'll record it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, so it goes to Calico. He okays it, or not. And then it just sits in a pile for a couple of months.
Until we find time to record.
Until we've got six. Then it starts filming. We film throughout the week. Each episode, he doesn't. He's not present for filming. It's usually just me and my mother. And she directs. I do all the puppeteering. Well, I do 80% of the puppeteering. We film throughout the weeks. Usually takes the whole 5 days of a weekday to get it done. Because bearing in mind we don't film every day. We've got other stuff to do sometimes. But then on Sunday, Calico and I will record the voices to the episode we filmed that week. Then it goes into editing, and each episode is edited usually. We have 4 versions of each episode usually. One's with no sound effects, just the voices, and you've got to try and match up the movements of the puppets. And the second one we put music and background noises in, and overlay any other audio, like when people are talking at once. Third edit is usually adding the opening and closing credits, and fourth edit is just a polish.
Touch up and polish.
Yeah.
And then the following week, we then sit and view it together. Yeah. And then I say So.
Yeah, we watch it, and then Calico says, "Oh, I like that." Oh, Calico says,
well, series 2 up until the last one you just showed me.
Yeah.
Everything was fine. There's just a bit on that last one that was a bit. Yeah. But I'm sure no one will care.
No. That's how it's made. Series 2 is filmed to a much higher standard.
Much higher.
Yeah. It is 10 times, if not more, better than Series 1. It looks like a proper show. It's professional. The footage is filmed in a higher quality. There is not one episode I have not enjoyed. They are all very amusing. They're all very funny. And like I said, the background characters, like Billy, Mabel, Richard, and all that.
Yeah, they're involved a lot more.
Yeah, they take more of a centre stage role, whereas before it was just Sam and Billy. And there's a lot going on in this series. It's a lot more physical as well.
This should form the main shape. Whoops.
There's a lot more sort of slapstick and...
Yeah, there's a lot more Action for the words.
Yeah. We got Ronnie doing a spot of DIY.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We got Ronnie ordering things on Richard's credit card.
You did a very good
Phone
Chinese
operator.
takeaway.
I did a very good Chinese voice.
Hello, Bing's Chinese Takeaway. How may I help you?
Sorry, I think I have the wrong number.
Yeah, that one was hard to film. That one was, but it was good. I
That's
like
clever
that
the way you did it as well.
one. Yeah. And what else is he doing in series 2? Oh, 2 new characters he'll meet
Yeah.
and become jealous of them.
A cow and a sheep.
Yeah,
Cow.
Eunice and Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara being the sheep, obviously.
Barbara. Yeah. And my sister voices Barbara, and my mother voices Eunice.
A
Yeah.
cow.
Yes, in a how apt in a country accent. I just wanted to introduce new characters, really. Of course, it becomes harder the more characters you introduce, because I've only got one pair of hands. I can only do 2 puppets at a time. But
Just use your feet.
yeah, that's true.
But they would be quite lifeless.
Yeah, they'd just be flopping around on the end of a shoe.
Oh, right. Well, I'm Ronnie the Mole, and I'm the chairman of our garden association.
That's nice. Me and my friend Barbara have just moved into the neighbourhood.
Where do you want me to put this, Eunice?
Just stick it down there. This is Ronnie. He's head of the garden association.
Oh, that's nice. What's this? Oh, a garden fete. Victorian. That's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it?
Yeah, series 2 much better, and the series has definitely evolved.
Definitely, yeah, a lot better.
When we started Ronnie the Mole, I wanted to do 3 series.
We've done 2. Third hasn't been commissioned yet.
Yeah, we're going to have to look how series 2 is received. But if we do a series 3, I would definitely be up for doing it. I've already got a couple of ideas as it is.
And that'll probably be calling it a day, wouldn't it?
Then we'll review it.
See where we are at.
Yeah, see if I can still do the puppeteering, because that's becoming a more difficult thing for me to do. I can do it with my right hand, alright, but my left hand cramps up. And yeah, we're gonna have to think about whether we've got any more ideas, whether the series is worth continuing with.
A lot of factors.
So I think series 3 is not a definite, but it is almost a definite, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Fair
might
to
just give you your wish.
Yeah. Series 3, we're also planning another new character, which will surprise some people, but whether that comes about or not,
It remains to be seen.
yes, it depends how it goes. But well, Series 2, like we said again and again, is by far superior to Series 1.
So look out for it when it does eventually
It'll be up next week.
on my channel,
Yeah,
as always.
whatever this video is.
Yeah. So if you're watching this video, then
Just sit there for a week.
it's probably gonna be on this this screen if
Yeah.
you're either watching it after it's been released.
Yeah, whatever.
But just check back.
Yeah,
And
make
if you subscribe, because then you'll get notified.
and make sure you watch it, because it is almost a criminal offence not to.
And we do have a police force that is out there enforcing that.
Yeah, mainly called Robert and Sir Topham Hatt. You do not want to get tangled with them.
With any of them, especially the mad controller.
No, lunatics. Yeah, and Calico just wants to tell you that he wants everyone to tell us what he thinks of the episode. So I'm going to shut up a minute.
Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of deja vu. Yeah. Obviously, on this episode, let us know what your favourite episode from series 1 is, and why. And obviously, comment and tell us how we could make. Well, after you've watched series 2, it'd be probably best. How?
Make sure you comment on the videos.
Yeah, make sure you comment on each episode. Tell us what you liked and what you didn't like. It'll help us to make it better for the next series.
If you found it funny, if you
didn't, if you thought it was a bit, yeah. But try to be kind.
Yeah.
But obviously don't be biased.
No.
Just tell us how it is.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Because-
straight talking people.
Plain speaking.
I'm a plain speaking engine. I believe in plain speaking. Speak up.
Anyway, so bye bye everybody. Bye bye. I'm from Calico. It's
Cheerio.
yes, that way.
Yeah.